Hey everyone, this is Sergeant Eaters with the Wyoming National Guard Counter-Drug Program. Today, we're going to go over Episode 2, Everything You Need to Know About Social Media. We have two very important platforms to go over today, that being Instagram and TikTok. Now, both of these apps have been known to be used to message minors and having minors message each other about different things. Now, there's secret features in both of these apps that we're going to go over, but we'll definitely make sure to get a deeper dive into TikTok, its functionality, and to see what exactly the type of content is that your kids are interacting with on a daily basis. Let's get after it. All right, so let's get into it and start looking here at Instagram. So you can see when I first pull it up, I can add to my story. I can see stories from some of my friends, and you can see the posts that come through on Instagram. Now, you'll notice there's no messages or indicators of any alerts that I have, but as people send messages or receive alerts or tagged in posts, etc., get likes, those will be notified on these different icons on the screen. So let's get started here in the upper right hand corner where we have messages. So here you can see I have all the people who have sent me things on Instagram. You can see that I can click into any of these messages and read them. You can also see that there's someone who was sharing their location. So people can be found using location data on Instagram and be able to find where you're at. All right, so as you can see here, let's go into the first messages. We'll click on it. You can see I just sent a bunch of test messages. Now by pushing the messages over, you can see the times that these messages were sent at. If they reply, you can see here that I can send messages, locations, anything that I need to. I can also do voice text. There's tons of different ways I can communicate with this person, to include calling through the app, which you'll see on the upper right, and FaceTiming through the upper app as well. Now, the other important things to see here are the primary, general, and request tab. So when you're looking at the general tab, you'll see here I have no general messages, and I have my notifications for that turned off, so I won't receive any notifications in that. Next, you can see the requests. Now, this is where things get a little crazy. So here under requests, you can see this first message comes up, and of course she replies. So you can see this first message comes up, and it's someone trying to sell me something. It looks like luxury watches. I don't know who this person is. They don't know who I am, but they were still able to send me messages. So I can accept it, delete it, or block it. On this person, I'm going to block the account. We're going to block. Now, you can also see that there's a hidden message request. I should also mention that you can accept, block, and delete from here as well, just by swiping over on the message, which is also important to be able to see and know that that's a bit of an ability. Now, let's look at the hidden request messages. Now here, these people, I have no idea who any of these people are, right? This message has not been accepted. It's a hidden request, so that way people can't see it. But you can see this random person who I don't know has a group of tons of different profiles that they probably don't even know. And you can see the invite is for me to watch the live sex video broadcast. Like, obviously, I don't want to do that. I am not a part of this group at all. It wants me to accept. I'm going to delete. Actually, we're going to leave and then delete. Boom. There we go. Now we no longer have any hidden requests. So again, remember, you got to look in here as well in order to see if there are messages that have been sent to your child that are hidden. Super important to look into that spot as well. We can also see that up here, you can select different chats. You can filter for different things, unread, unanswered, flagged. You can see what they've paid for, what they've ordered. You can see I have one primary message here because she responded back to my test messages that I sent. Now let's get into the next part of Instagram that can be used. So here you can see the reels that can pop up. These are just basically like stories, kind of like on TikTok, and you can just scroll through them as you want to. They just continue to play as you go through them, and that will show kids definitely different content for sure. Now, on the far bottom right, that's where posts are. So here you'll see what your child is posting, the reels they've posted or videos, and then also you'll be able to see the posts that they have been tagged in. So this will show you who they're interacting with and the type of things that they have been posting. You'll also see here, and this is important too, my Instagram is blocked, so not everyone can follow me. I have to accept them as a follower. But you can see also who I'm following, who I'm interacting with, and if I've followed them back or not. Okay, another important feature is when you're on the profile screen, if you look in the top right, there's the 3 bars. Now, when you click the 3 bars, you can see lots of things related to the account, but one important thing would be the saved and archived things that you can save. So we can see here, we have me and my girlfriend Ninja Creamy recipes that we've saved. You can also go into all posts and see the different things that I've specifically saved from stories and see, like I said, the things that I've interacted with because I want to maybe review them later. So that's where you can find these things as well. So it's important to see, again, what your kids are interacting with and who they're interacting with as well. All right, so the next app we're going to go over is TikTok. You can see TikTok right here. When I pull it open, it automatically starts playing whatever it is. The sound will go. You can just tap the screen in order to stop the video. Basically, you swipe up and down in order to find different videos. While you do that, you can see there are a save button. You can like a video. You can send a TikTok video through either reposting it where your friends will see it, or through SMS, or through any of the other apps as you can see here, or directly to a friend. There's also comments, and there's tons of wild comments that happen on TikTok. So if your child has comments in there, definitely go through the comments section as well. The next important thing to show here, and I will pause this, is to look at, there are tons of different spots where you can look. I'm under the For You section. So these are things that the algorithm is saying I might be interested in. Now, obviously, I don't have no idea what the heck this foot ad is, but that's just what, for some reason, TikTok thinks I'm interested in. So there's also live videos that you can go to where everything happening here is live videos from random people, so anyone could be interacting with your children there. They do have a STEM section. The STEM section was just brought out related to the China, US, bringing it over, not having good stuff on our TikTok versus the Chinese TikTok. That was more about education and learning versus more risque content over here in the US, we'll say. So STEM was put in place. It's a new thing that you can use, explore. There's tons of different things that people can click into and explore what's on TikTok. You can see these are things that I'm following. So for example, we have Bleacher Report, and it's talking about some stuff on basketball games, but you can see who your child is following, what they're into. Now, the other big thing is the shop. On the shop, there have been some wild things that I would never look for in a million years to be advertised to myself. But you can see all the different things on here that are being advertised to your child, what they're being targeted with, and you can see that there is a scroll bar to see different things that you might be interested in. Now, there's also, you'll see my shopping cart. There's some items in there in the top right that you could potentially look at. Down at the bottom, you can see what your friends are currently doing. Apparently, one of my friends is showing a house. It's someone reposting from American West Realty. So you can see you can interact with these photo ones like this that aren't videos by scrolling, and it'll show you what picture you're on. Home is where you'd go back to where you can do the For You and see the videos that are sent to me. Inbox. Now, this is insane how many different people send things to you. It blows my mind. Here you can see all of the messages that people have sent or I've sent to people. right here, we can look at new followers. So you can see my TikTok is very open. Anyone can follow me that they want. I have to follow them back. But you can see there's tons of people who just follow me. I think a lot of people are bots, but it's important to know who's following your children on their device for sure. We can see the activity of things that have recently happened related to people I am friends with, people that are suggested to me. You can also see the TikTok shop has updated when orders have come in, things from businesses that are sending advertisements to you as well. You can see here I have 10 message requests. So these are people that I have not interacted with yet. So I'm going to click message requests. We'll go check that out. You can see totally unwarranted people trying to get a hold of me. I have no idea who any of these people are. That being said, you're going to need to check on who's trying to reach out to your children. Again, like I said, I took this from Special Agent Brown. You're not giving yourself access to your child in order to get a hold of them. By giving them a device, you are giving access to the world to get a hold of your children. So don't forget that. You've got to check everywhere that you possibly can on all of these social media platforms. Okay, now at the bottom right, I'm going to go to the profile. On the profile, this is where you can get a lot of good information as well. So here you can see I can share my routine and upload just different things. I have 0 uploads on TikTok. I haven't uploaded a single video yet. You can see that here are my private videos. Like I said, I don't have any videos, so I have no private videos as well, but that's an important place to look. You can see what I've reposted. You can see what I've saved. And you can see all the different things that I've liked. So here's things that can basically, videos that I see that I'm like, ooh, I want to share that, so hopefully my friends see it as well. I can save or basically retweet, if you will, is what this is doing. Here are things that I've saved. So I've got Halloween decorations, some recipes, just different things that you can save so you can look back on them as well in the future. And then finally, with the heart, these are the things that you've liked. So you can see the past couple of things that I've liked on TikTok as far as videos. So again, this shows the content that you're working with. Another place you can look, top left, there's this little person add button. It can help you find friends, connect with people that you might know. Definitely a place where you can see who your kids are interacting with or who they're suggested to interact with for sure. Again, in the middle, you can see the amount of followers I have, the amount of people that I'm following as well. I believe by here, clicking my name below my picture, you can also see if I have any additional accounts and potentially switch accounts into different accounts as well that they might be secretly hiding from you in the app. All right, another thing that's important, especially related to who's interacting with your kids, you can see this footsteps up here. That was something different a second ago, but you can see these are the people who have recently viewed your profile. Looks like it says here in the past 30 days. I have no idea who any of these people are, but like I said, my profile's open, so that's why random people can come in and look and see who I am and what I do. So that's why it's important to make sure that your kids are protected. The next thing is a way to share my TikTok. And then again, if you click the top right, you can see QR codes, balances, things related to TikTok Studio that you may want to look into, especially security and privacy settings. Now, that's all we've got for you in the app. I'm going to quickly go over Instagram, different ways that people have been known to exploit Instagram from Perplexity and what Perplexity has for us today. Okay, so specifically over the dangers for children on Instagram, Perplexity is saying that the platform is a major hub for child grooming, sextortion, and sex trafficking, with predators using likes, comments, and DMs to initiate contact and manipulate children into unsafe environments. Sexualized comments and direct invitations can occur, especially on public teen accounts, which were incentivized by Instagram's algorithms to generate likes and posts. Another thing that they're talking about with Instagram are scams, phishing, and financial exploitation. Apparently, they are common, with threats ranging from fake giveaways to requests for sensitive personal data via DMs or other hidden requests. We've got body image issues and mental health problems are exacerbated by exposure to manipulated images and influencer culture, driving children towards dangerous comparisons and unhealthy behaviors. And again, that's why it's important to know what type of content your child's liking, saving, and what they're basically being exposed to through Instagram. I spoke about it on the TikTok part, not quite much about it on the Instagram part, but there is also the problem that children could create alternative accounts with alternative logins. That's why it's important to make sure that when you give your child their phone, you have the ability to go look in the saved passwords and can get into everything that you want to on demand. There's no delay or waiting for them to log in order for you to get onto whatever secure site it is. Perplexity also tells us that there's a bunch of inappropriate or unwanted content, including violent or sexual imagery and disturbing hashtags, is present on the platforms and can be accessed via search or accidental discovery as well. There are insufficient parental controls. Instagram does not notify parents about child-adult interactions, abnormal usage, or time spent on the app, creating significant gap in parental oversight. So again, you're going to have to be on the device, you're going to have to be going through the app, and you're going to have to be checking for things. Very, very important, specifically all of that for Instagram. Let's get into TikTok real quick before I let you go. All right, so the dangers for children in TikTok, this is again according to Perplexity. TikTok's design is intentionally addictive, relying on dopamine-driven awards, habit-forming algorithms. Internal company documents revealed TikTok knowingly promotes compulsive usage, which is associated with negative mental health outcomes such as increased anxiety, loss of focus, poor sleep, and the reduced empathy. Now, this being said, I will say that the TikTok videos, you can get through the videos very quickly by scrolling. And a lot of them are short, some of them are longer, but realistically, if you think about the different child videos and how they have short clips continually shifting their focus, it's kind of the same thing with that style of app. Exposure to harmful content is a significant risk of TikTok. Now, the platform's For You feed will push children towards potentially dangerous videos covering topics such as self-harm, eating disorders, extremist ideologies, and risky viral challenges. That's why it's important to continue to monitor the type of stuff that is coming into your child's feed. Related to the things coming through their feed, if you watch a video longer or like a video, it keeps sending things that are very common to that. So what they interact with too, and how long they're watching certain things on that platform will lead to more of that stuff coming up. So right now I have a lot of like sitcom videos that come through, such as like 2.5 Men, Friends, How I Met Your Mother. There's a lot of those videos coming in. George Lopez, as you might have seen, liked recently. Those are the types of videos coming through that I've liked maybe short little skits from, so I'm getting more and more of those and less of, for example, maybe financial advice related to business and stuff. Cyberbullying across the platform is widespread, with roughly 2/3 of kids experiencing harassment, mean comments, or threats on the platform. Many children under the official minimum age of 13 use TikTok, sometimes hiding accounts from their parents or falsifying their age during sign up. And I think there's a lot of younger children. I mean, I remember I did it when I was young to get a Facebook. We're all underage and we're all signing up way too early without monitoring. Next, there is the live streaming feature, and direct messaging features are prone to abuse by predators, scams, and inappropriate interactions across the platform. Children frequently use TikTok to escape problems, and a notable portion report usage interfering with schoolwork and sleep, contributing to symptoms of social media addiction. Now, TikTok parental controls, those are a thing. They offer a family pairing, which allows parents to link their account with their child's to manage screen time, access to search direct messages, restricted content, and discoverability. So definitely more restrictions on TikTok, which is good compared to Instagram. Accounts registered to users under 18 start as a private and have daily screen time limit, but children can change privacy settings and easily create multiple accounts without parental knowledge. So that's something you need to be definitely aware about. Direct messaging is disabled for users under 16 and restricted for those between 13 and 15. Parents can control who can send messages, view liked videos, and comment on their child's post as well. So great parent restrictions there. And restricted mode can be turned on to filter content deemed inappropriate for teens. Alrighty, folks, so that's all we have for Instagram and TikTok. Again, if you have any questions, let's get in the comments. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. My big ask is to get into the comments, let us know experiences you've had, how you've had workarounds, maybe if you've used some of the security features before. Let us know what's worked, what hasn't, and what you're finding out there. We're only going to be able to accomplish this mission together. Again, thank you for coming to the video. We will see you on the next episode when we go over the next platforms that children might be using to talk amongst each other. Until then, we'll see you next time.